Hello, my name is Chase Stoll, and today I will be speaking to you about acting and more specifically, improvisation. Uh, Unfortunately, Mr. Rinshaw would not allow me to improv this speech for you today. Acting has always been very important to me. It's been my favorite in-class activity and my favorite extracurricular activity. Acting is really a multifaceted art. It allows you to become not only become a character, but part of an entirely different world. From set design to costume, from lighting to makeup, it puts you into a new body every time you walk on stage. Now, there are many different forms of theater. The most well-known are probably classic theater, musical theater, film and TV acting, and improvisation. Now, classical theater is staged and scripted. It has this general same plan each and every night it's performed. For instance, here's a piece from William Shakespeare's Hamlet that I believe you all may know. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. Now, an actor may say this 1,000 times over, but he's supposed to say it the same each and every time it's said. Thus is the way of classical theater. Now, musical theater. Musical theater is similar in the way of its consistency, but it adds interest through the use of song, and it uses song to further the story. Some more well-known musical theater are musicals such as Sweeney Todd, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Phantom of the Opera. Now, I could sing you an example here, and as a matter of fact, I plan to, but instead, I think I'm going to just tell you to go see the spring musical here at Oakridge. It'll give you a better example. Next, I'd like to talk about film and TV acting. Now, film and TV acting is scripted, but it differs in the way that you can redo things. You can redo phrasing, scenes, emotions, and you have a much wider variance of angles and backgrounds. It's also different in the way that there's no blocking or definite motion to go along with it, and there's no live audience. Now, all these forms of theater allow you to live life 1,000 times over and see the world through 1,000 set of eyes. But when a script is handed to an actor, a character is allowed to be analyzed and understood. An actor has background and direction and author's intent to guide them. But then there's improv. With all these other forms of improv, with all these other forms of acting, you have to draw knowledge outside into a character. But with improv, you have to draw on the knowledge that you already have. You can't know what's going to happen next or how to react to it. You can't try again, and you can't do the same thing the next night. It has to be brand new. Improvisation goes beyond what most people think of as acting. You have to be so into a character that the first thing that comes into your mind is the first thing that that character will think of. Most people don't realize it, but we improvise every day. We perform improv all the time. It's necessary for all human interaction. While an actor may use improvisation for late-night talk shows, it can also be applied to college interviews or last-minute work presentations. Now, you guys all know who this is. That's right. It's Jay Leno. JFK. It's all scrambled up, whatever. It's widely agreed that he won his 1960 election versus Nixon because of his history in theater and his incredible improvisational skills during debate. So that means, hypothetically, you could be looking at the next president of the United States. Or I might just play one on TV. Speaking of things I've played, I would like to talk about Commedia dell'arte. It's one of my favorite forms of improvisation. In Commedia, you get a story and a script, but these are really suggestions for it, and they're rarely followed. In Commedia, an actor gets to self-direct. You decide who to talk to, where to go, and what to say. Just like Commedia, in real life, we don't live in a scripted world. We may have plans, but they may not always go as we expect them to. And as they say, the best laid plans of mice and men gang oft ogle. And even if we do mess up, we have to keep moving forward. Oh, speaking of moving forward, yeah. Anyway, a show must go on. And as we reach adulthood, we have to begin to self-direct and make choices. It's all very similar to Commedia show. All of our actions are a form of improv. Anything we do, just like a show, is based on who we talk to and how we talk to them. And that will determine the outcome. Just like an improv show, we have no second chances. We are all characters that we ourselves have created, and we have perfected the link between thought and action for all these characters. That creates seamless improv for our interactions with the world. And in conclusion, to my fellow classmates, as we enter the second act of our show, let's all go out and break a leg. Thank you very much.